Welcome to another video with Ellie and Lucas. We feel like going for a walk today because we're pretty sick of sitting inside and we're excited to go on our adventure to the US. So in a moment, we will tell you the things we look forward to seeing most in the US or doing the most while we're there. But there were two bombs that were diffused behind around a kilometer from our house this past week, and some people had to evacuate, some people just had to shut their windows and stuff, but here is where one of the bombs was.
So like Ellie said, we're going for a walk, so first we need to go find a place to sit. Enjoy the intro video while we do that.
Stones aren't comfy. I mean, this one's nice and flat though. Alright, here are the 5 things that I am looking forward to in the US. The first is to see my friends and family. I miss them terribly. We haven't seen them in over
a year and a half?
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Literally right before COVID started.
In February of 2020 was the last time we were in the US. The second thing I'm looking forward to is all the activities that we have planned. So, we plan on bringing our paddle boards with us, yes, as checked luggage, and our wetsuits and everything, even the pump, because we really have fallen in love with paddleboarding, and I'm so excited to go paddleboarding. I cannot wait. Hopefully we'll also get to take you on some of our paddleboard adventures with us, but you'll find out more about that later. On top of paddleboarding, we also plan on going scuba diving because we got our scuba diving licenses recently. And we also plan on going to a place in Wisconsin called Devil's Lake. And this place we've been wanting to go to for quite some time. Most of Wisconsin is flat, but this is like a little cliff, sort of, in the middle of southern Wisconsin. And it also has a lake, and people just love going there, and we always hear good things about it, but somehow never, ever made it there. That's where our engagement photos will be. Aside from the activities and mainly paddleboarding, I look forward to the food. For food, there are certain restaurants that I miss. There's this really good restaurant called Red Eye. I really like the taste of the food because it's all locally grown, and then they just have some really amazing and tasty combinations. One of my favorite dishes is a citrus shrimp salad. I love that. They used to have something called a black and white brownie, which was a brownie but with some homemade custard, but they said it took too long to make, so they don't offer it anymore, which we have been sad about since 2018 when they took it off the menu. I also look forward to getting some coffee from our local campus brew house in the States. It's called Zest, and they're always really fun because they come up with really special names for their drinks of the week. So they'll have 5 drinks of the week, and when it was election season they had election themed drinks, which are kind of punny or funny. Another thing I'm looking forward to is getting my teeth cleaned. It has been a year and a half since we've seen friends and family. It has also been a year and a half since I've had my teeth cleaned. I just prefer my dentist in the US, but man, they get really gunky really fast, even though I brush them, and I just am so excited. They're also really sensitive lately, and I have to get some cavities filled, so looking forward to that. Not necessarily the cost, but yes. And I am so excited to finally go on a vacation. We haven't gone on a vacation since September of 2020. Yeah, last year we went to hike the Zugspitze, video linked up here. It's a blast, we loved it, but then Corona hit again, or the second wave hit, and so then we didn't want to travel again because we didn't want to spread Corona ourselves nor get it ourselves. So yes, I am really looking forward to vacationing and seeing friends and family, paddleboarding and scuba diving, and getting some more tasty food and clean teeth.
Next up is my 5 things, but first we're going to continue our walk and kind of get away from here because it's a little noisy and high in traffic. Here we go.
Before we head to the next segment, we'd like to take a moment to remind you to subscribe down below. Our goal is 5,000 subscribers, and we're pretty close to getting there. We're almost halfway. And then go ahead and like the video and comment. You can also go back to our older videos and see some other adventures when we used to travel, because those are pretty fun. We'd like to welcome our new Patreon member, and if you've considered becoming a Patreon member yourself, there's a link in the description below. This goes to supporting us directly. Thanks! Now to Lucas's 5 points.
So yeah, I also have 5 things that I'm really looking forward to in the US. One of them, and I'm sure we'll get this within hours of finally landing, is a Chipotle burrito. And some of you might actually know what Chipotle is because Frankfurt Mall has one, although we've heard it's not very good. But in America, Chipotle is so amazing. I love getting their steak burritos. They're like ginormous and they're so delicious, and I wish I could eat one at least once a week, but I can only usually get them when we return home from Germany because we're in Chicago.
You should just pocket them in your like suitcase, just order like 10 and...
I would do that.
Okay.
They're so good. They're even good heated up as leftovers. They're just amazing. And some chips. So good. Also...
Oh, their chips. Oh, I miss their chips. They're like lime and salt flavored. Oh, they are so good. So
as
good.
you can tell, we really do like Chipotle, and I really miss them, so I'm super looking forward to that. The other 2 things I'm looking forward to, Ellie already kind of mentioned them, is paddleboarding in Door County. That's going to be a blast. We've never paddleboarded on more open water, and I think that'll be really cool, and it should be super scenic. It should just be great. It'll be so fun to videotape as well. To go a little bit more in depth about what Door County is a little strip of land that juts out of Wisconsin into one of the major lakes of the US.
It's like this.
Yeah, it's kind of like a thumb. And it's very well known for a lot of its like cherry and apple orchards and stuff like that. So people love to go there in the summer and early fall months to go apple picking, cherry picking, and also to enjoy a lot of the coastline. There's so much coastline to go boating. Me and Ellie one time went parasailing once there. That was really fun. So it's just a really cool place to go to relax. It's not super techy. It's kind of cut off from regular everyday life. So it's a good time to kind of get away and just enjoy nature. And in terms of like paddleboarding, it'll be super cool because there are like some old shipwrecks that you can see just from the surface of the water. They have cliff caves. There's just a lot of very cool things to see, which will make paddleboarding all the better. And we just got our new carbon fiber paddles. So we're super excited to be on the boards whenever we can be because those things are so light. They feel so good in the water. It's
I
just
swear.
amazing.
We just went out on, what was it?
Wednesday?
We just went out paddleboarding on Wednesday for the first time with our new paddles, and before we bought like aluminum ones, the cheapest ones that were also the wrong height because we wanted to save money, but that was really bad, so buy the correct height. And so we were paddling with our new carbon fiber ones, and it literally felt like I was cutting soft butter every time I put my paddle in. It was the best feeling ever. Recommend much better quality paddles for your paddleboard.
And also, we're going to go scuba diving at a lake called Lake Wazee. It used to be an old like quarry mine. So like they used to like strip mine for like I think iron and stuff. And once they stopped, they just let rainwater fill it up. So now it's like a super deep lake with like some fish, and it should be a lot of fun to go see.
I'm pretty sure it's actually supposed to be really clear too.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
it's supposed to be pretty clean, and they have a lot of like old stuff in it. And because they used to mine, there was a period where like trees grew, and now those trees were flooded over. So they even have an underwater forest that you can go check out. It should be a lot of fun and very cool for like kind of beginner people like us to still have a cool experience and not just be in a pool. So I'm super looking forward to those things. Also, I get to go visit one of my longtime college friends in Minnesota. That'll be a blast. Every time we go back to the US from Germany, I make it a huge priority to go see him. We have a lot of fun making videos together or even looking at each other's video editing work. So that's always a blast, and we get to enjoy really good beer. He always takes me to great craft beer places. So excited. And lastly, and this is kind of an awe moment maybe, but I'm super excited to get to see my mom. She treats us to dinners. It's always a blast getting to see mom. And we get to see my at-home kitty cats, not me and Ellie's 2 kitty cats. So that'll be fun too.
Mark, I thought I could do something funny and like this could be my microphone and be like, now on, blah blah blah. Kurz. A short excursus, that's what it's called in German. What's it called in English? As we said, we were going to talk today good grief, it's like a traffic jam.
Yeah, suddenly they're everywhere. So every time we go back to Germany. So those are the things that we're looking forward to the most about going back to the US. This will be our last video while we're still in Germany, and for the next month and a half or so, our videos will be coming from the US. So that'll be super fun. You'll get to see our US travels, and we're super excited to show you what we called home. Until next week, we'll see you later. Cheers.